everything is ready. We're set to go. We're just minutes away from the opening of Europe's largest bonsai show. And this year, this is the 25th edition. So it is a silver anniversary. There's lots of trees, lots of things are happening. Let's enjoy the show. Let's start off with the opening and a few shots of the exhibition.
Welcome everyone to the Trophy 2025.
Remains difficult to show you perspective on these trees, but look at that, that's 1.5 meters. This is almost a meter tall. I'd love to have this display in my garden though, but I don't have the space for something this big. Of course, there's not only very big trees, but look at this. And what makes this tree special? Nice movement in the trunk, very good bark, interesting base, and of course, very short needles. This is a tree with multiple years, decades even of work to get to the stage. Don't be fooled, it looks simple, but it's very hard to do. I know, I wasn't going to talk, but look at this Japanese maple. This is a tree by Udo Fischer, and look at that size. It is always confusing when you look at a show and you see pictures and you think those are small trees, but no, bonsai can be really big trees, and particularly on an exhibition like this, think trees of almost a meter tall. That allows you for a lot of details. You get a very nice big trunk with very good nabari, and the tables, those are not tiny little coffee tables. Actually, yes, they are coffee tables. You could just put them in your living room. That's the sort of size of these tables. So don't think bonsai are just the small trees. That is just one type. We have much bigger trees as well. I'm just curious how you make a tree like this, because it's so different from what we see in the show. Such a different style.
Ah, il est très curieux de savoir comment tu fais ce genre d'arbre, parce qu'on voit jamais ce genre d'arbre dans les expositions de bonsai.
On fait ce genre d'arbre en lisant déjà le livre de Laurent Darieux.
So first you have to read the books of Laurent Darieux, that's myself.
Pour comprendre déjà les bases.
To understand the base of the style.
Les bases sont déjà de laisser pousser des grandes longueurs.
First thing is very important to let the tree growing very long branches. Compared to the Japanese, you have to cut them short.
former plusieurs branches pour créer quelque chose qui ressemble à... Je sais pas comment dire.
Now, so you have to create branches with your inspiration, with wire, and take out the wire, and try to make a tree like going along the planet.
And how long does it take to create this?
Clarification, trois fois par an.
Oh yeah, this clarification is like 2 or 3 times a year. And what was the questions?
So I was wondering how long this process takes. So you say 2-3 times a year cutting?
12 years.
From a cutting, yeah. 12 years from the cutting, yeah. It's a how? Chinese how. The basic one you can find in the supermarket.
These are, of course, the small trees. These are Shohin, up to 20 centimeters tall, and because they're so small, there's usually a big frame with more than one tree, and they need to be displayed in a nice, elegant, coherent way with different pots. For every different tree, there's always a pine on top, and for the rest, it's up to the imagination of the person putting it together. It's a lovely display. It's very difficult to get this level of ramification and detail in such a small tree. And this is an old friend. This actually sits in the nursery where I did my training. It's owned by Bastiaan Busch. He runs the Düsseldorf Bonsai Museum and Bonsai Werkstatt, and he actually collected this himself and developed it within a couple of years. This has been in training for about 10 years, not much more than that. It's unbelievable. And it's heavy. I don't recommend anybody to have this in a private garden, but as a museum, it's of course amazing to have a tree like this. This is an interesting contraption. That is a real rock weighing 20 kilos. The whole ring, the pot, and the holding construction were all handmade by the owner. Well, handmade CNC machines, programming, big lumps of metal into this. And guess what? The whole process, including creating the bonsai from raw material, took 1 year. Everything was purchased over the last year and put together as such, and now it is trophy ready. So what is stopping you from doing the same and putting a tree in next year? Well, actually, what's stopping me? And you. But such a cool tree. This is created by Manfred Mutz. The back wall of the trophy is typically an honorable space to have your trees. This year, the whole back wall is all dedicated to Alda Kleister, who passed away earlier this year. Or actually, I think it was last year. I'll have to check, I'll pop it in screen. But yeah, all of these trees are all from one person, one private collection.